Hey guys, what's going on? Really quick episode today on software developer life, episode 3, and we're just gonna talk about performance reviews. Performance reviews, you guys know what this is, but it takes many different shapes and forms between different companies. 6 months, every year, get together, talk about your goals, what you're gonna do in the future, what you did well on, what you did bad on. Okay, so now for the honest truth, but 90% of the time, doing these performance reviews is like a chore for people. They just don't really want to do it. People are busy, they're focusing on their own work. They don't want to spend their time, thinking about giving goals to some other engineer. So, I mean, you might be really lucky. I think maybe 5-10% of the time you have a really good manager, really good mentor. He really cares about you, really cares about your growth, but honestly, that doesn't happen very often. In this video, I'm just going to give 3 basic ways for you to improve yourself, all right? Point number 1 is easy. It's just whatever languages you're working with, read about them. You need to do better than just get things working. You have to really understand the languages and technologies you're using, so reading is really good for this. If you're using C or C++, pick up some books and really learn the ins and outs of C++. So you can really understand and utilize the language instead of just getting things working, all right? Point number 2 is understanding how the system works around you. Many times at big companies, you're rather isolated. You're working in your own little bubble, kind of your own little black box. You don't really know what's going on around you. Well, I think point number 2, which is really important, is kind of understanding how the whole system works. If the system is too big, like you're working at like Google, you can't understand everything, right? But at the very least, you have to understand how the tech works right beside you or your neighbors. So point number 2 is just to increase your scope a little bit, broaden your understanding, really know how things work together, and don't just work in a little bubble all the time. Last point, third point, is just do a little bit of introspection on yourself. And this is not technical at all. Introspection is just periodically asking yourself what you really want to learn, what you really want to get out of stuff. Obviously, this is the stuff your manager should be helping you with, but in the end, your manager is not going to understand what you really want more than you understand it, right? This is a little deeper than just goal settings. You just introspect yourself and dig deep what you really want. Last point about this is that you don't think in this process, you actually write stuff down. So when you're doing your periodic introspection, just write down a list of all these things. And I guarantee you it's gonna be much better than the goals for 2016 list that your manager puts together. Remember, you understand yourself the best, right? So don't think about it, just write those things down. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. Software Developer Life, episode 3, pretty easy. It's just that honestly, a lot of people are not going to spend time doing really good performance reviews for you. So in the end, it's just up to you, okay?